What's going on, Odd Fish, God's Fish? It's 10 here, back with another confession. So today I want to confess that I really don't know how to get out of my own way. And I know that that's a pretty common thing, you're harshest to yourself, you're your own worst critic, but in terms of me trying to build a career and really be successful in life, I'm realizing that I am completely hindering myself from greatness. And I was with a friend the other day and she kind of challenged me. She was like, you love photography. You've been doing that for about half of your life now. And you love singing, which you've done all of your life pretty much, not on a professional level, but you've always been doing it. If you had to give up one, or if you could only do one for the rest of your life, what would it be? And it honestly, that really stopped me dead in my tracks because I was like, I don't know. And I was like, I literally told her, I was like, I'm gonna have to think about that and I have to pray about it. And I'm still doing both of those things. So I work really hard at photography. It's something that mildly came naturally to me, but that's the thing that I've been working on consistently for the past 13, 14 years. And so I love it, you know what I mean? There are nuances about photography that other people don't know. I get to teach people about it when I have the opportunity, and it's great, and I love it, and I get so much pleasure, and it is an honor to be able to have that kind of vision and work in that way and work in that space and produce work, produce lens-based work. And that's incredible and that's great. But I said something to my friend about singing and about music that I've never said about photography, because for me, I get so much pleasure in singing. I get so much pleasure in worshiping God. And that is not saying that I can't do those things. It's not that I don't enjoy photography. I can't worship God doing photography, but I don't get the same kind of fulfillment in photography that I do when I'm worshiping God and singing for God. And it made me, I don't know, it made me feel some kind of way, because it was I uprooted my life in pursuit of it, and it literally hasn't really produced anything for me outside of a love for the art itself, which is great and it's good, and I have such a passion for it, which is good. But in terms of me trying to sustain myself as an adult, it hasn't really produced the things for me that I wish that it did. I sing on the praise team at my church, and people afterwards come up to me. And they're just oh my God, I love watching you up there. I love when you're singing and worshiping God. And I have a really hard time with that. I've always had a hard time with it. Even when I wasn't singing Christian music, I've always had a hard time with that. I'm just not good at taking compliments. But I especially have a hard time with it in terms of worshiping, because if I am on a platform worshiping, I'm still worshiping God. I'm not doing it for you, and I'm not doing it for your entertainment. If you see me on a platform worshiping, that's the same way that I worship at home. It's the same way that I worship when I'm in the congregation. You know what I mean? So it's they just so happen to put a microphone in my hand and put me on a stage. That is literally the only difference. And so, yeah. So I definitely struggle with that in terms of just trying to really figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. But I've always wanted to be a performer. I do have a natural inclination to be on a stage. But it made me realize that I don't give myself enough credit in terms of my talent and in terms of my capability, and that it doesn't really matter, because if I were, because we live in a digital world now, so it's even if it's bad, you should still put it out there, because you literally just don't know. You don't know what other people are seeing. You don't know what other people are getting from it, getting from your material or your work or your content or whatever like that. And so, because I know for me, in terms of music, I think I have a good voice, and I think I can write really well, and I can come up with cool melodies if I'm inspired that way. But I know that like I have the most difficult time with my production. For some reason, like whatever is in my head, I can't get it out in the way that it sounds in my head. And pretty much all I've been saying for the past like 5, 6, 7 years is that I either want to work with a producer or I want to be in a band, or like find a band or something. And it's one of those things that I'm like, that still shouldn't stop me from, one, creating music and making music, and it shouldn't stop me from still putting what I have within me out there. You know, making these videos is hard. You know, I'm very insecure about a lot of things with myself, and so like this is kind of my way of trying to break out of my shell. But it's like I had to take the step and to just do it. You know what I mean? And so it's kind of on that same line of that, like I just need to be making stuff, even if it's not good. And put it out there and just see what comes back, because you never know, you know what I mean? But it's like the longer that I keep putting it off and I keep waiting for other people and not be at least a tiny bit confident in myself and in my ability and in my creativity to put it out there, then nothing is actually going to come back, you know what I mean? What is the saying that like you miss 100% of the shots that you don't make? So it's that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So that's my confession for today. I definitely don't know how to get out of my own way, and I definitely need to be more conscious and aware of that so I can actually have a career, because I don't have one of those right now. So, but thank you so much for tuning in and being on this journey with me. I praise God for you, and I thank Him for you for being with me in all of this, and I pray for your journey as well. All right, Fish. Love you. Be out.